Hi everyone. So today I'm back again for actually this is the second video for today so far, and want to talk a little bit about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, ICOs, everything. So just kind of want to point out a couple things right at the top here. So looking at Coin Market Cap, so you see a lot of my videos so far that I posted. I use this site a lot, so it has a lot of good information as far as what's going on in cryptocurrency land. So one thing I want to kind of point out, like cryptocurrency market cap is currently at $626 billion. And to think like when I started looking at this like a few weeks ago, this was at like 300 billion. So it's more than doubled in like a couple weeks. So it's huge increases in the market cap for cryptocurrency. 24-hour volume over $43 billion is moving in between in and out of these cryptocurrencies. Other thing to note is that Bitcoin dominance it actually dropped. So it's down to only 49%. So that means that a lot of the altcoins are definitely gaining steam because I would say even a few days ago, I think I saw Bitcoin dominance was like knocking on 60% almost, but now that's dropped way back down because of the growth of some of these other coins in the last few weeks as well. So let's just kind of go down a list and hit on some of the big points. So as far as the top 10 coins, you can see everything is up for today so far, except for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the only top 10 coin that is actually down a little bit. Everything else is up pretty big, over 10%, roughly 10% or more for most of these coins, except for EOS. EOS is almost 50% up so far, so it has a pretty big gain. But yeah, talking about these coins over the last few weeks and things like that, taking a look at Ethereum, right? So Ethereum, when I started looking at it like a couple weeks ago, it was like only worth about 300 and something dollars per coin. All right, so maybe 350, 400, somewhere around in that area. So it's effectively doubled in a very short period of time, right? It's a double, and it's still trending more and more upward. So it's doing very well. Bitcoin Cash. When I first started hearing about Bitcoin Cash, I think it was maybe like $1,200, $1,300. So it has almost doubled. So all these coins are like doubling. Well, not all, but a lot of them are like doubling, tripling, even more in a very short period of time. Take Ripple. When I first started hearing about Ripple, it was like probably 20 cents or less. Now it's 80 cents. So four-time improvement, very short period of time. Huge increases. Litecoin. When I first started looking at Litecoin, it was like less than $100, maybe like $98, $105, and this wasn't very long ago. This is just literally just a couple weeks ago, and now it has more than tripled in a very short period of time. And so it's knocking on hitting toward $400 or so. I think at one point it did cross 400, but then it came back down. But yeah, I briefly had a little bit of Litecoin for I had like a couple coins, just an experiment. I was just like, hey, let me try this, let me see how it worked and things like that. Bought some, and it like literally went up like doubled or tripled or something. Well, I think it initially doubled like within a couple hours of me getting it, and then it went up even more from there. Unfortunately, I don't have it anymore. I ended up selling it when it was up high, and then it went back down to like a little bit less than 300, and now it's climbing back up again. So I may try to get some again if as it drop back down. But yeah, it becomes kind of, at least for me, it comes kind of hard to buy it when I was able to get it for so much less than this, less than half of this at the time. Wish I'd have bought more at the time, but I was just experimenting and learning the cryptocurrency, so I didn't hold on to it for that long, and I didn't have very many of them, so wasn't confident in it yet. So yeah, we take a look at the top 10 here. We can kind of see a lot of these ICO type coins are starting to dominate. So we take a look at the top 10 coins. We have Ripple, we have Myota or IOTA, Cardano, NIM, and EOS. Like five coins, five like ICO coins in the top 10 now. Where typically, well, previously it was dominated by like mineable coins and things like that. But now these ICO type coins are starting to dominate it and pretty much taking up half of the top 10. And taking a look at IOTA, it's up $5.30. So this is probably the highest that I've seen it since I've been watching it. I think I previous high was like $4 or something. So it's just really on the tear. It's on the upward, really high upward trend over the last few weeks. I think it may be in less than $1 or something like that when I first started seeing it, and now it's like up at 5x from that. So huge gains on IOTA. Same for Cardano. I'm still on a very high upward trend. For that, Dash is doing very well. So Dash was less than 1,000. I think this may be like in the last couple days it kind of broke through 1,000. I think I made a video about it when I saw it break through 1,000. I'm talking about that because I kind of looking at the charts and things like that. I figured it probably would eventually break 1,000. Potentially before the end of the year, but definitely by the beginning of 2018, I expected. But if the broke through 1,000 and it's sitting at 1,200 or something now. NIM and EOS, I know nothing about either one of these coins, but I have been seeing them pretty much grow and grow and grow over the last couple weeks. I think Monero was like number 10, so Monero got knocked out of the top 10 by EOS, which has been growing quite a bit. So let's take a look at some of these other things that I've just kind of been noticing. My observations as I'm starting to learn more and more about these cryptocurrencies is that, so take a look at these ICOs. These ICOs has huge number of coins. So take a Ripple, circulating supply, 38 billion coins are circulating. Take a look at IOTA, 2.7 billion coins. ADA, 25 billion coins. NIM, 9 billion coins, right? EOS, well, only 549 million. So that one is not as high. But yeah, all these other ones, they have like billions of coins in circulation. So a lot of times people will be like, oh, Ripple is gonna like worth much as be worth as much as Bitcoin and price. But given in the number of coins they have, that'll never happen. Because if you have 38 billion coins and each one of those coins were worth $18,000, that is a lot of money. That, I mean, I don't see any of these ever being worth that much. So that's kind of unrealistic. That's not going to happen. That'll make this worth more than pretty much like probably the top 50, 60, 70 companies in the world put together. And I don't see that happening. So that's something you got to take consideration when you're looking at these numbers. Take in consideration the number of coins there actually is versus the price, right? So that will determine the price. So because even like at the valuation of 80 cents, right? So if this goes to like $2, right? This will be worth pretty much as Ethereum at a price of $2, right? So have to take that in consideration. 38 billion times $2, that's like 76 billion. So it's knocking on the value of Ethereum at that point. So that's probably not out of the realm of possibilities. I've kind of looked into Ripple, kind of looked into the company a little bit, kind of better understanding what the purpose of their coin is, what their niche is, and like they're getting like different partnerships and things like that with other like banks and things like that to do back-end transactions and things like that. So it seems like they have a very good business model for the most part, and I understand their growth. I think I kind of understand their growth, why their coin is appreciating in value, and that there's actually some intrinsic value within what they're doing, as opposed to like, hey, we have a coin, buy our coin, let's make the value go up. Because some of these other coins, they seem like they have no purpose. They're just there. They're speculate. A lot of other coins to me, it seems like they're just speculation type of tools, where like people speculate that this coin will do something, but the underlying, there's no good purpose for it. It's just really no reason for some of these coins to exist, as far as I'm concerned, or what I've read about them. It's like a lot of them are just duplicates of other coins that are like out there, and they're not doing anything specific to make them unique enough to really warrant getting it. But in the meantime, a lot of people are probably making money off of that, even though the coin really has no purpose for the most part. But yeah, that's just something that I'm seeing, and that's my opinion. I may be wrong. I may be misunderstanding some of the coins, but that's kind of how I see it with some of these. So say IOTA. I still don't know enough about IOTA or Cardano. I've been hearing a lot more about Cardano in the last few days. So I think I don't know, they got a little bit of talent from some of the other top 3 or 4 coins or something like that. I think I was reading that maybe some of their founders or some of the people that are help promoting it and things like that, or maybe some of the people that help with some of these top 3 or 4 coins help get those built. So I think a lot of that is probably helping drive Cardano up. And then I think there's like some rumors or some type of partnerships or something they were getting as well that it's probably helped driving that price up as well, getting more and more people aware of it, and then they're buying the coins and holding on to them out in the market. So for me, if I probably like as far as these ones in the top 10, I'm most interested in Ripple and Cardano at this point, as far as the non-mainstream coins, or well, I guess none of it is mainstream, but non-mineable coins. Those are the main two that I'm been taking a look at. Been hearing a lot about EOS. It costs a little bit more, it's about $12.62 right now. But yeah, Cardano and Ripple, since they're both less than $1. So for not a ton of money, you can get a decent amount of coins, and then if they do happen to go up significantly, you can maybe make a good profit. And as far as Ripple, at least, it seems like they have a legitimate business going on with it. I have to read up on some of these other ones and really understand what they're trying to do, and kind of go from there to make a decision if I want to do anything with them. But yeah, like taking a look at across the cryptocurrency market today, almost everything is up. Very few of the coins are down. And the ones that are down, they're not down huge. They're maybe down like the max is maybe like 20%, if that's. But a lot of them are down like 1%, 5%, things like that. So overall, it looks like it's a pretty good day so far for most of the coins on here. But I'd say the biggest thing that I've been seeing is that these ICO coins are on a tear across the board. Um, they're knocking long-term staples down. So Bitcoin Gold continuously dropping, but that's not a long-term staple. That's like a recent fork or a split or hard fork or whatever they call it, from I think from Bitcoin Cash, I want to say, or it might have been from Bitcoin. No, I think it's from Bitcoin Cash. It was a fork off of Bitcoin Cash, the Bitcoin Gold. And you see it's kind of going down the list, like in the same, like Narrow, it's got knocked out of the top 10. And then this coin, Stellar Lumens, this one's been on a tear, on the upward trend. Neo has also been kind of upward, going up. Ethereum Classic, never got into Ethereum Classic, never minded or anything. So I don't really, Ethereum Classic, it was already in existence. I've never done anything with it, never read anything about it. I've only ever used the Ethereum up there. But yeah, that one's look like it's kind of going down. Tron, this one, I think I've heard some of the YouTubers talking this one up, and posting more and more stories about it, and then you kind of see it you see this kind of upward trend. It's like, story was probably there. Some big YouTuber or somebody out there probably said some type of story about it. Then here again, probably some other story about it. It popped up again, and then probably some of the people that were pumping that story and things like that and had loaded up when it was down here, they probably dumped some of that on the market, and then it had another little drop. But then there was probably more people talking about it again and had another little pop. And you see it just keep following that same pattern. Keep seeing that pattern over and over. But right now, Tron is pretty cheap. I don't know. I don't know what the value was way down here or how long ago that was. But yeah, like almost 5 cents per coin. So it's not that expensive. But there's a lot of coins, over 65 billion coins in circulation right now. So keep all that in mind as you're looking at that. The number of the price of the coin versus the supply of the coin. And like some of the coins have unlimited supply. Some of them have a maximum supply of like 100 billion. So it just varies from coin to coin. BitConnect, they get to drop down a few spots as well. So it's down to number 20 now. So I think as I mentioned in another video, I'm currently doing an experiment with BitConnect, trying it out. Put in a small amount of money, and actually I'm probably way down now because this was like almost $450 when I started my experiment. So yeah, that money that I got in the BitConnect wallet is worth way less now. But I'm getting a small payout on the money that I actually lend So it definitely is not balancing out at this point with it being down almost $40 from when I started a couple, wait, what is today? This is maybe day 2, day 3. So not that far in. So yeah, it's down. But yeah, I'll keep trying that out. It did pay out. I don't have enough money yet to reinvest, so I'll wait for that to fill in a little bit. Then I'll do a reinvestment and keep tracking it, track the experiment, and see how that goes. But yeah, so earlier in the video, I had mentioned something. Well, not this video, but a video I posted a little while earlier where I was talking about what I was seeing at Hashflare. So I recently learned about Hashflare, where I can do cloud mining with Bitcoin and other Ethereum and Zcash and some Litecoin, I think, as well. A few other cryptocurrencies that you can do cloud mining with them. But what I noticed is that Hashflare, they're currently not allowing you to withdraw Bitcoin from their network. So they're showing that they're paying you out, but you can't actually withdraw any of that. And the problem I have with it is that on their site today, when I went, I noticed that their price has gone up dramatically from what I saw just a day ago. So to get like 10 terahash of mining performance from them, yesterday was $1,500. Today, when I logged in, it's $2,200. So they greatly increased their price for some reason. And the problem I have with that also is that nowhere on their main page does it says anything about they having problems paying out, that they're backed up so much that they've actually turned off withdrawals. So I personally have a problem with that. I think they should have a message or something more upfront saying that, because what they have published now is what you can see like internally, like if you're logged into the site, you can see them saying that, hey, it's disabled, it's turned off, and then they're planning on turning it back on tomorrow. But yeah, I think it kind of rubs me the wrong way. It's kind of seeing that that's what they're doing. They're still taking in people money, but they're not telling them that, hey, we can't. Our systems can't keep up with paying out right now, and we've turned it off until it catches up. And I guess it's been like that for a couple of days now, where you can't withdraw any Bitcoin profits that you're making. But yeah, just kind of want to give a quick check-in on what I'm seeing in the market today, and kind of an update on what I'm currently doing. So I haven't made a video on it, but I found something called MinerGate, which is a kind of a miner tool that'll let you go and mine various different cryptocurrency with your own hardware. So I ran that for a couple hours yesterday just to try it out. I think I did, actually, let's check that. I mined, I think it was Bitcoin. That was one that showed up on there. So I just tried it out to see, okay, I don't know what Bitcoin is. It's not really worth much right now. And I just want to just try it out, see what happens, see can I get some coins. And yeah, I was able to actually mine a few coins. I think I mined like a couple hundred coins or something like that. And that was not even a whole day. I ran it just for a few hours throughout the day, so I got a couple coins. But see, the coins is not worth anything. It's worth less than half a cent. So the coins that I did mine, they're not worth hardly anything. But I guess there's a possibility if it ever goes up, there will be that. But the other problem though is that now look at this, max supply of 184 billion. Already it's saying 183 billion of those coins are in circulation. So there's people out there that probably have literally millions and millions of these coins already. So I don't know if they're being traded that heavily or whatever. It's saying, well, $11 million apparently was moved around today. But yeah, there's just something I was playing around with the other day, and thought I'd mention it. So Bitcoin, I don't really know what their niche is. It was just something that I hadn't seen before, and I saw it in that tool, so I figured out let me try this out. Since I'm just trying out a lot of different things in the cryptocurrency world, and oh, Bitcoin is actually, I'm thinking it's like number 1,000 or something, like way down the list. It's number 32. So it's actually pretty high up on the list, compared to where I assumed it was. So, okay, so not that had a 7% gain. So those pennies that I made yesterday are still worth pennies, but 7% more of a penny. So that's not too bad. But You really need to have like thousands and thousands of them for it to have any real um, staying power, I guess you could say. So, all right. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are or anything if you stumble across this video. And I'll see you in the next one.